Okay.
And this is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio. And we're going to be covering a huge football game, Commander-in-Chief Trophy game, going to be played in Arlington, Texas. Army taking on the Air Force Academy. And the sponsor of the game is the Lockheed Martin Company. And we have Ryan Alford, our friend, who's a marketing manager at Lockheed Martin. Ryan, how you doing? Looks like you're down in the stadium today.
Yes, sir. I'm here at Texas Rangers headquarters, Globe Life Field, where the football game will be played. Normally, we're playing baseball here throughout the season, but of course, the season shut down and they've turned the baseball field into a football field. Wish you could see it. It's a sight to see. Let me tell you. Not only is the baseball field now a football field, but we also put a full-scale F-16 Thunderbird model on the field, also with a HIMARS and some assorted missiles next to it. So it's pretty great. I wish you could see it. I wish you could be here for it.
Well, it's going to be neat. A lot of West Point alumni we've been talking to are going. They have some reunion events. There's going to be a lot going on Friday and Saturday. And just to start talking about the teams, Air Force comes in 6-2, and Army is 4-3. Army won what I would call a classic, an epic game at Michie Stadium last December, and I'm sure Air Force hasn't forgotten that. What are your thoughts about this matchup?
Well, the matchup is going to be really great. I mean, of course, this is a storied rivalry that spans the decades, right? So this is just another chapter in that book, really. So it doesn't matter where the teams are, I guess, in the season, honestly. I think those rivalry games are just super exciting and, of course, just make it all the more important for the teams. So when teams like this come to the field, I kind of tend to think like, well, you just wipe away the records and you start from scratch, right? Every team, has I think an equal chance at that stage, because they're bringing so much to it and they have the crowds there too, right? There's going to be not only just a tremendous amount of military, active duty military there, cadets in the stadium, but also veterans. It's going to be quite a show to see. I think it's going to be a great game, and we'll see how it fares.
Well, you got a lot of festivities before the game on Friday. You've got a Pep Rally, and you've got a boxing competition between the two academies. Tell us about some of the pre-game activity that you've set up.
So yes, on Friday, November 5th, we're going to have a Pep Rally out here at Globe Life Field. That'll start around 6 p.m. Central Time. And then following the Pep Rally, we'll have boxing on the field. And that's going to be between, of course, Army and Air Force. There's going to be 11 bouts. That's going to be really, really exciting. It's for the Pep Rally and boxing. It is free to the public, so general admission free tickets. People can come in and come see some great boxing, which I think is going to be super exciting. There's going to be a lot of Lockheed Martin videos playing on the jumbotron, some other things we have there, and of course we'll have the F-16 and the HIMARS on the field for that too. So you got to come out and see it.
Hey, tell us a little bit about your company. 114,000 employees. At Lockheed Martin. I had a relative, I had an uncle who worked for the company many years ago, in fact, before World War II. And when we were at the Armed Forces Bowl 2 years ago in Fort Worth, we got a chance to tour the F-35 factory, which was absolutely fascinating to see. Tell us a little bit about some of the products and services of Lockheed Martin.
Well, I'm partial to the F-35 because I work for the aeronautics division here in Fort Worth. And so I love coming into work when I'm able to, and of course, see the factory line, like you just mentioned. It's always a sight to see. And of course, it's never a dull moment there when you get to walk through that factory and see such an awe-inspiring sight. So yeah, of course, we produce the F-35. We still produce the F-16 out of Greenville, South Carolina. That program is still very much going on. And of course, we have other business areas. So not only aeronautics, but we also have missiles and fire control, which is located here in Grand Prairie, Texas. And so, we're working with our MFC colleagues on this title sponsorship, but of course, it's all Lockheed Martin. We have a space division. We have RMS, rotary emission systems. So that's where we have, some great products like the Black Hawk and many others. And of course, you can't say enough about space, right? So we're working on the manned mission to Mars with the Orion project, and of course, so many other things too.
Well, certainly the Black Hawk is such a mainstay helicopter capability for the U.S. Army. We see them frequently up at West Point, and when we know used all around the country and overseas to help support U.S. Army soldiers. What an important product. And F-35, obviously a frontline fighter plane for the Navy, Marine Corps, and Air Force. Someday the Army will have to get fixed wing back, but we'll see. Anyway, tell us, why was the game selected to move to be in Arlington? It's certainly a wonderful stadium, brand new. Well, how is it fitting in? Certainly a lot of West Point alumni, Air Force Academy alumni in the area, and so many members of the military services not far away.
So yes, this game now is being played on neutral territory for the first time in decades. So being played here in Arlington, Texas, at Globe Life Field. And so while I don't know all the details and privy to the negotiations as to why it came to Arlington, but I tell you, when the Texas Rangers approached Lockheed Martin to be the title sponsor of the game, it just checked all the right boxes for us. And so we just jumped at the opportunity because not only does it allow us to connect with our community here in Dallas-Fort Worth area, because we are a top employer here, and of course we are hiring, but also we get to honor our veterans in the community, and of course surrounding communities, because this game, of course, with the two service military academies, we have that opportunity to connect with veterans. And something I would like to say is that 1 in every 5 employee at Lockheed Martin is a veteran. So we really take that to heart, and it's something that we always recognize as our veterans.
Hey, and before the game, you're going to recognize a number of Medal of Honor recipients, and then also greats of the game. Some legends from Army and Air Force football history. General Pete Dawkins is going to be there, Gary Steele, and Coach Jim Young, who is a Hall of Famer. That should be a special moment when you recognize those individuals.
Yes, that's right. We will be taking a moment before the game starts to recognize the Medal of Honor recipients. They'll be on the field alongside the cadets and many others. We also have our CEO, Jim Takelet, our COO, Frank St. John, our EVP, Greg Ulmer, EVP, Scott Green, and SVP, Dina Costa, who are going to be on the field for all of this too. So that's going to be great. But of course, this is all about the veterans, right? So, and our active duty military. And so, yeah, this is going to be a great opportunity to see all that take place on the field before the game. And of course, that's in addition to the F-35 flyover that's going to happen. And we're going to have the Army and Air Force jump teams. They're going to parachute in. And from what I hear, I think they're going to simulcast that experience to the Jumbotron while it's happening. So I can't wait to see that moment.
So it sounds like you're going to have the roof open on the stadium. I was kind of wondering about that. You probably want to have the roof open if it's a night today. And one of the things that's special is this is on what we call the big CBS, and it's going to be a 11:30 start on the East Coast, 10:30 kickoff Central Standard Time. So it's an early game, but it's going to be seen by a very large audience on the CBS network. That's exciting. A lot of exposure for the game. Everybody involved.
That's right. Yeah, that's the beauty of Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. It's a brand new stadium for the Texas Rangers. And of course, at the old ballpark, which is now known as Choctaw Stadium, that was an open air stadium. So during the summer, it was quite hot when you come out to some of these games at Texas Rangers. So now we have Globe Life Field, so they can close the roof and make it a nice 70 degrees in here, and just make it that much more enjoyable for the fans. And so yes, on Saturday, the forecasted weather is going to be perfect. We're going to be in the 60s, maybe low 70s, sunny skies. So that's perfect weather for opening up that roof and watching the F-35 fly over, and of course the jump teams.
Hey, that's great. Hey, Ryan, Alford, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us on Sons of the American Legion audience. And we're always proud to represent the 2 million veterans of the American Legion and the 330,000 members of the Sons of the American Legion serving America's veterans. Final thought for us today?
Well, Ken, thank you for the opportunity to let me join and of course, talk about the Commanders Classic, and do appreciate it. I remember when we first met, we met at the 2018 Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. That was when Army Black Knights basically blew out the University of Houston Cougars. I think Army scored 70 points that day.
Yeah.
I think one of the things I loved seeing that day was every time Army would score, a group of people would go out to the end zone and do a bunch of push-ups for each score. But by the time they got to 70, boy, I tell you, they were tired.
And they call them rabble rousers at West Point, the cheerleaders and some of the others on the side. Yeah, that was a workout for them that day, but a great day. Kel Hopkins and the team had a great day. Anyway, Ryan, Alford, thank you so much. And we'll watch the game on the big CBS network. That is a 11:30 start Eastern time and 10:30 Central. And thank you, and look forward to the game.
All right. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it.
Good to see you. This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio.